All of the responsibilities are on me, and I can't get into my property. There's a leak in the property. The water bill is escalating. I can't get in there to see what's going on.
A D.C. homeowner claiming an Airbnb guest has overstayed their welcome and will not leave. In this story you'll only see on 7 News, we're digging into D.C. law, finding out there's not much that homeowner can do. Our Washington, D.C. reporter Felicia Ashley spoke with the homeowner and tried to speak with the alleged squatter.
The alleged squatter originally got into the home through Airbnb, claiming that her apartment caught fire and it needed time to get repairs. Now that was back in February. Roshane Douglas says she didn't know she was opening her life up to a nightmare when she accepted Shadija Romero's Airbnb reservation almost 10 months ago. That reservation ended March 29th after 32 days, and Romero hasn't paid another dime. But living in the home for over a month apparently lets her claim some form of tenant rights, and she refuses to let Roshane enter the property.
I never gave her any tenancy. I never gave her a lease.
Roshane tried everything, gave her a 30-day notice to vacate, called police, went to court, and even offered Romero $2,500 to sign a paper admitting she's not a tenant and to get out. Romero signed the document but didn't budge.
November the 15th came and she told me, this no longer works for me. Do what you have to do. I'm not leaving. I went to the police with my order and they said there's nothing that they can do, that I need to go to court, which I've done, and I do not have a court date until December the 11th.
Roshane put this sign up on her home so police and neighbors would know Romero was not authorized to be there. A sign Romero covered with a sheet.
I need police assistance.
I was there when police helped Roshane cut it down.
Oh my God, bro. She put up a sign there to say that this tenant is staying here illegally. The person that's living here is not supposed to be here. And old girl said, I got you. I got one better for you. Went upstairs and hung a bed sheet out of the window to cover the sign. Yo, this is a nightmare. And this is why I do not want to be a landlord. I don't want to be, I own property. I don't want to be a landlord. I do not want to be a landlord. I don't want to have to deal. There's way too many horror stories. Yes, I understand there are people out there that's getting it. Yes, I understand there are people out there that have beautiful tenants that they love, that have been staying there for 5, 6, 7, 10 years. I get it. I get that it works out for some people. But for situations like these, it is an absolute nightmare. This is why I would rather just invest my money and get the dividend. I would rather become a dividend investor to where I receive my money and I don't have to worry about doing anything else outside of it. I sleep, and in my sleep, I make money. That's the way I want to do it. I don't want to have to do nothing extra. I don't want to have to call a company to go fix something that's wrong because the pipes burst. I don't want to have to call a company or a contractor to come fix something that you said was wrong. I don't want to have to receive a call at 2, 3, 11 o'clock at night or 2, 3 in the morning saying that, hey, I need you to get over here because something's wrong with the water. Something's wrong with the heater. The heater just went out. The furnace just went. I don't want to have to take any calls outside of my normal everyday life. I don't want it. I don't want to have to deal with any additional problems. I don't want to have to deal with the tax burden of owning that place. I don't want to have to deal with hunting down my tenant to make sure that they pay me. Because guess what? Squatters have rights. If you believe that, this is where we are. Squatters have rights. This is a nightmare.
While Romero hid inside.
It's shocking to me that you would abuse a system like that.
While all this is going on, Romero's social media shows her living her best life on trips. Cartwheel. And promoting her nonprofit. And Roshane is left paying thousands in attorney fees, the mortgage, and utilities for a home she can't even enter. I tried to get some answers from Romero, who was clearly inside the home, but she never came to the door. When a person walked out to her car, they didn't want to talk to us either. Roshane is waiting now for her court date next week, where she's hoping the judge's decision will allow U.S. Marshals to force her unwanted guest out once and for all. For now, reporting from Northeast D.C., Felicia Ashley, 7 News.
All right, so after this hit the media airwaves and it went viral, we got a little bit more information because the reporter eventually was able to go in and sit down with this woman who refused to leave. And I want y'all to listen to what she said.
This is what she had to say, or part of what she had to say during our 15-minute conversation.
She said that we didn't have a lease, which we do not have a...
Look at her. This is the woman who was refusing to leave, who was staying in an apartment, who was staying, I'm sorry, not an apartment, who was staying in a house, in a home, okay, without paying rent. Signed a lease agreement to stay there for a certain amount of time, didn't pay her the money, didn't pay any money while she was staying there, and then proceeded to stay well past the date that she signed. And guess what? Because of that, law says she has rights. But when she was confronted and asked why she was sticking around, why she didn't pay, and why she feels that it's okay to do this, listen to what she said.
Lease in place, but we did have an agreement for me to stay at the property beyond the initial Airbnb time frame. So she's been back to the property almost every day. They installed signs.
Did you book the Airbnb with the intention of staying?
No.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Yes, you did.
I did not book the Airbnb with the intent of staying.
Liar.
So why are you still here?
Damn. Surprise, motherfucker.
Because after the repairs were done, the place still smelled like fire and there was water damage. So the water damage was more substantial than the fire damage.
You didn't go back to your apartment because it still smelled like smoke.
And water damage.
And water damage. What makes you choose to stay here instead when the homeowner has made it clear she doesn't want you here, doesn't want to be a landlord? There's now no utilities on, there's wood boarded up, there's a sign outside saying she doesn't want you here. What's making you choose to stay?
So no, that didn't start until literally this month.
What didn't start?
The sign on the building or the utility, that wasn't something that happened prior to this point.
Hold on. Time out. Let's back up. Because they're saying that all this stuff you saw, this stuff right here, this chick is running an essential oils business out of this house as well. This squatter, this bum, is running an essential oils business out of this place. The audacity, the audacity. This is why I cannot be a landlord. It couldn't be me. Because I would have to do something. Because you're not about to play with me like this. This chick is running a business out of this place that she ain't paid for in months.
Wasn't something that happened prior to this point, prior to this month. So if that had happened months ago and that was something that I've been dealing with for months, I would leave. So now, with all of this going on, I am going to leave.
Romero says she is still going to have the Douglases go through the full court process to get her out because of what she says they have put her through and for labeling her as a squatter.
Squatter is someone who has illegally entered the property without your notice and you never had an agreement with them.
It's also not just if the home's vacant, it's if you're there without the owner's permission and you're not leaving.
Yes, if you had, maybe that other part is there.
Maybe that other part is there. This chick is diabolical, yo. She said, I'm going to make you go through the court process. I'm going to make you pay all these attorney's fees. I'm going to make you pay all these court fees just because I can. Just because I want to be an a-hole. And because I want to be an a-hole to you, even though you were so gracious to let me stay here, even though I have been here way past what I signed on the dotted line, even though I'm still going to make you go through the process and spend your money to get me up out of here. This chick is the fucking worst. This is the shit I'm talking about. I don't want no parts of this. Now, apparently there's an update really quickly before we get out of here.
Thank you.
excuse the bad audio. It's not me. It's
How you
them.
feel?
I feel good. I'm thankful that this outcome was like this for me because I had that order that she signed, but it makes me very upset because if I didn't have the order, it seems like she would have been able to stay there and do this for months and months and however much longer. And other people who don't have the benefit of having such agreement, I can't imagine what they're going to go through in a situation like this. So I'm thankful for me, but I still think that something needs to be done.
What was it like for you to sit in that courtroom? She had a moment to question you. There were documents presented. There was a question of whether a payment she entered was fraudulent because there was no proof of it from the bank. What were your thoughts of just being in the courtroom with her? That was the first time you guys had seen each other face to face in a bit.
It was infuriating because I know I hadn't received a payment from her. This whole thing is coming about because she was not making the $100 a night payment, and for her to come up with a fake document that I confirmed. The judge gave us time to confirm that the document was not real, that Zelle had no payment history of this, and there was a fraudulent confirmation number on this document. So it's infuriating, and I think that something needs to be done because to present that in court after all of this as some.
Which means you perjured yourself and lied under oath. This chick was willing to do whatever to stay at, yo, nope, I'm good, yo. Y'all drop a comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about this crazy ass case. I'll holler at y'all later. Let me know if y'all landlords out there and how it's going for y'all.